Headphones go a little louder. Oh,
Officially live. Back in the
wow!
studio.
Back in action. Back in black. Back. Matt, how you doing? So I think a perfect next segment for us would be to just we got some fans over here, a lot of fans.
Calm down, ladies.
lot of
Don't try and break down the door. There's
lot of
at least,
publicity.
It's like 30 girls.
Yeah, I mean this
trying
is
to get
school
in.
property. Is the season, the holiday of Halloween.
Spooky season.
It's really spooky season.
I'm a little afraid just saying that.
I mean, what's your take on Halloween coming up? You know, you excited? Does it change as you get older?
Honestly, I'd say about 2 days ago, or actually like about a week ago, wasn't excited at all.
About a week
Halloween's
ago.
Not that good. I start getting my costume, dressing as a giant hot dog this year.
Really?
And it just starts to hit me. Just the Halloween spirit. I just get a little spookier.
Oh, actually, I remember seeing you in that. You look good in that.
Don't say it on there. I can't let people know I'm repeating costumes. Yeah,
I'm not repeating costumes.
If you heard that, please.
Cut that, Eddie. Yeah. So you're dressing as a hot dog, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty lit, honestly. Like
What about you?
Well, this is kind of an interesting thing. I'm dressing. It's a two-parter. I'm dressing with a partner. It's my girlfriend, and I'll be dressed as a prisoner while she's the cop. So like. Got the shackles on. Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna be doing that, and that's it. I like to keep it to one costume a year. I don't know how girls do it, where they're changing like 4 or 5 times. It's
what I like to do.
It's too much.
I'll get a couple costumes where I'll throw in I do this actually every year. Throw in the overalls, throw in the flannel, lumberjack, but like stuff that you have already if other people have it. So
to build it. Yeah,
you can't buy like 5 costumes.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna start spending hundreds of dollars every year on costumes, like why don't you put it towards? Why don't you do something better? Like stay busy.
Bitcoin. Buy all the Bitcoin.
You heard it here first. That's our investment advice. No, definitely not. So what would you say was your funniest, weirdest, strangest costume all time? TBE. Give me the best one.
I'd say a good mix of all those qualities you just named would be freshman year actually.
At Iona.
First Halloween at Iona.
Okay.
Dressed up as a penguin.
Really?
Don't know why. No inspiration to do it. No one else was doing anything somewhat like it. But I go, I want to be a penguin this year. Got the giant costume. Interesting story about that is the night I wore that, I had a far walk home and my flippers were ruined. My flippers were absolutely ruined. Never saw them again. Covered in mud.
Eddie, hit it. Yeah, no.
Flippers were ruined.
Yeah.
Everyone saw me walking home. They're like,
are you in like a group of penguins, like a flock of penguins? No, you're a solo.
No, I
dolo.
Yeah. I was one-man penguin.
That's that's a one-man wrecking crew, if you ask me. I would say is that it?
Yeah.
That's your number one?
Yeah, you tell me yours. What's your number one? Your wackiest.
My wackiest. You want my wackiest? All right, fine. I would say my
get weird with it.
Weirdest costume for sure would be in 7th grade. Me and a few of my cugines, my Italian friends, we decided to dress like our grandmothers. So basically, we were all wearing long house dresses. We had wigs on. We were holding Stella Dora cookies. It was ridiculous. People laughed. But I wasn't the same after that.
You dressed as your own grandma? I thought.
Yeah, it was like Italian grandma. I mean, I wasn't going for like, know.
I thought you were wearing like your grandma's like
dress
and stuff.
No.
Like
Come on,
slippers.
No, just the slippers.
Known as glasses.
It was just the slippers.
The slippers. Yeah. No.
I mean that, and then I had some dope costumes when I was younger. I would say like my mother used to really like hands-on, like painting my face. I dressed as Kiss one year. I had I forgot who I was. I think it was Ace. What's his name? Ace something. Eddie. Ace something.
Eddie. Fact check.
But yeah, so Kiss. I dressed as Elvis Presley. Wore a jumpsuit around school. Like I thought I was the boy for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, those are probably.
I had some other ones. I used to think of myself as a funny kid. One time, me and my buddies in like 5th grade. One of my friends, his mom was like a head of like the cheerleaders for like the 5th grade girls.
Okay.
So she gave us all the cheerleading costumes and we all had like blonde wigs
Ace
on.
Frehley. Love you, Eddie. Ace
sir.
Frehley, lead guitarist. Love to hear it. Keep it going. Sorry.
It was pretty ridiculous costume, and it was on my Instagram. People found it recently.
It's resurfaced.
I got a couple jokes about it, but it made me tougher for it.
No, honestly, yeah, you live and you learn, and those are, everyone gets those scandals later on in their career once they make it to the top.
Yeah, everyone tries to take you down from the top.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's looking up, so they're trying to dethrone the guy at the top. You got Mike and Matt in the studio, 2 guys, 1 studio, taking over just 1 week. I mean,
people are gonna come for us.
Yeah, no, they're gonna be coming for your neck. So expect a lot more scandals. Scrolling through, clear your social media and whatnot.
Check every corner before you walk there. Don't go down dark alleys. They're coming.
Literally,
I'm not happy. Once we start taking time slots too, so we're in not really prime time, but I'm thinking about going towards
about when
12
you're
to
eating
1 on Fridays. We start taking that time slot once we start getting the hits. They don't have the hits we get.
All I'm saying, we're not calling nobody out on the 12 to 1 show, even if it is Allison or Gary.
Show of the week. We're about to be show of the decade.
Yeah, I mean, we're not looking for a weekly kind of return. We're looking for like a Hall of Fame kind of thing. So we got to stay hot for a long period of time, and that's what we're here for. That's what we're doing.
YouTube, you see Killian's face over there? It's gonna be Mike and Matt's face in about 2 years.
T-minus 2 years.
Yeah.
Let's go to our next talking point. New York sports. What do you think?
Not good in general. Not good, especially because I had so much faith in the Yankees. All year they've been fighting, they've been grinding. I had so much confidence in them. I told everyone, so many comeback wins. I go, this is the team that's going to do it. We're going to have a parade. It's going to be the best time of our lives. I'm so excited. It's been so long. Yes. And they couldn't do it against the Astros, and I've never been more frustrated.
This is the first decade where they haven't made the World Series. That's a one crazy stat just for starters. Any Yankee haters out there, eat that. But I mean, it's just like you said, like they overcame adversity the whole entire year. Like if you told me Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and Didi Gregorius were all going to play less than 100 games this year, I would have said the Yankees are clipped. Like the season's done. I'm not watching. It was the exact opposite though. Fought every game.
You know what I didn't like about the playoffs is we had all these guys come in and step up, and they would play unreal with the guys out. They'd step in perfectly, play tremendous baseball, and then these guys start getting injured, or Boone starts to sit them a little bit because they struggle. And those are the guys who hit singles, make clutch plays. We have Stanton played 1 game. We have Hicks. I guess he played well.
He did play well, but 6. I agree with you 110%. I think what Boone and like what the Yankees coaches are trying to do is like they more went based on names. The way I'm looking at 100%. Because I'm not going to disagree. You see a name like Giancarlo Stanton batting 4th. The pitcher's going to think about it, whether he's played 162 games or he's played 2 games. He's got the bat and he could, put one out of the park at any time. So yes, I get it. But like you said, if you want to advance in the playoffs, you got to play small baseball. It's what the Astros do best. The Nationals do it very well, and that's why they're in the World Series. You need pitching and small ball. Yeah. And we didn't really have pitching despite what you want to call our aces, like Paxton, Severino came back after. I mean, I think you got to at least sign 1 free agent starter or else you're going to be in the same boat.
Garrett Cole, if you're listening, we know you've tuned into a couple shows in the past.
Yeah, so we invited Todd Phillips too.
Todd Phillips and Garrett Cole.
Yeah, Todd Phillips and Garrett Cole. We really need you on the show. We would do a combined thing if you wanted. Yeah, that's besides the point. But
Garrett Cole.
But I'm not willing to pay $40 million a year or $30 million a year, whatever they're trying to give that man. I'm not trying to give him.
I mean, have you seen him pitch though?
I've seen him pitch. He's a phenomenal pitcher. He's a tremendous pitcher.
Dude, that's what we need pitching. If we have Garrett Cole,
I would much rather trade someone like a Miguel Andujar, who you found out this year, you don't need the guy. He's a great player, but do you need him? No.
What are you going to trade him for?
Any front of the line. Him teamed up with another player, like maybe a younger minor league player. Yeah. I'm telling you, you could yield at least a number 2 starter for a number 2 on the Yankees.
I don't want a number 2. I want a bona fide ace. Like a Verlander when Houston won it. That's
Luis
what you need.
Severino, though.
Carries the team.
Luis Severino could be that guy if healthy. I'm telling you.
He tips pitches every time he throws. Keeps tipping pitches. They tell him, don't tip pitches. Oh, what'd you say? Tips pitch, gone, home run, blows it. Want to know something I'm excited about the Yankees? You hear about this prospect, Martian?
Who? What's his name?
The Martian, they call him. His name is Jason Dominguez.
Oh, yes, yeah, he's the pitcher, right?
No, dude, he's a hitter, and he is 16 years old. He is ginormous, and he hits the ball so hard. If you look up videos, you can hear him smacking the ball. First at bat in any pro baseball, 16 years old, put the ball at least 450 feet. They're calling him a mega prospect. They call him Mike Trout,
You know what my
Dominican Mike
problem
Trout.
is though? You start like there's been players who like Juan Soto. I actually just heard a story where the Nationals almost didn't sign him because it was decided that like they didn't want to spend an extra, I think, 800,000 on him right at the
The
time because he was 16 years old.
Yeah.
So they were giving him one of the highest contracts anyone's ever gotten at 16 years old,
Mhm.
and they didn't want to do that. I think personally, investing in someone that young. And like you don't know anything yet. I don't care if he could hit a 95-mile-per-hour fastball, smack it 500 feet. I don't care if he's could throw 90 from on the gun from short or wherever he's playing. You know what I'm saying? though? You're too
Yeah.
young. At least let him go out and at least get some AA experience, AAA before we start making judgments on whether he's going to be a
Yeah.
talent or not. I feel like
I
people
don't
do
know.
that too often.
They do that, but when there's someone special like this, when there's someone like him,
So you
like
think this is a generational talent that we're going to get right now? The Martian.
I really think we're gonna remember him. He hits balls off the bat 116 miles per hour off the bat at 16 years old. Imagine he starts to get bigger, a little more muscle. What's he gonna be hitting it? 140? 140 off the bat? Like
It's possible.
It's possible. I have a lot of faith, and I hate how long we're gonna have to wait to see if it does pan out, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, Eddie just said the nice little thing.
What did he say?
16-year-old Dominican super prospect, nicknamed the Martian.
Eddie sent you a little video?
Yeah, no, they said right off the bat, first sentence, this guy is special. There it is. You know?
I listen. If you don't listen to the internet, who are you gonna listen to? Books?
You. I would listen to you. So, you know, if the internet's saying it and you're saying it, then I got to listen to it.
Well, I found out about it from the internet, but
What do you think about now? So you're a Giants fan, you know, you're in the same boat as myself. What is your take on the start to the season? You got Daniel Jones in, and
it's halfway through, and we're just there's no
the start of the Daniel
bright side.
Jones era. Tell me how you feel about the start of the Daniel Jones era. Forget Eli Manning. Forget those 2 weeks. Starting from week 3, what's your take on the Giants season? Improvement or no?
Starting from the week 3, definitely improvement because it's a little bit of hope, and I think for football it's important to have hope and to have like positives. And other than Daniel Jones and Saquon, I do not see any positives coming. I don't see anything where I'm like, oh, this guy.
You know who irks me?
Who?
You know who really irks me?
Who?
Can't stand it. Evan Ingram. Cannot take it. I cannot. This guy is, yes, he could run routes. I love it. He's athletic for a tight end. Good for you. All the power to you. Learn how to catch a ball.
He's a wide receiver that can't catch.
You know what I'm saying? What are you doing on the field then? Like, I'd rather see him drop to the floor instead of run for an extra 10 yards and actually catch the ball first. You're supposed to catch, then run. This guy's trying to catch and run at the same time. He's dropping the ball every time.
He can't block it either.
And I'm not going to put all the blame on Daniel Jones. I don't think he's done that. I really don't think he's done well, but it's also his first 4 or 5 games. Like, what do you expect? And he has absolutely no weapons. He played without Saquon for the first, 2-3 weeks. Got Saquon back, and they still just have no passing game because of their wide receivers.
No,
Golden Tate's one of the most promising wide receivers, and he's a part of the future? No.
No.
So, what are we doing?
Yeah, we do need to get him some weapons for sure. He's not coming in like Mahomes comes in with the best offense.
No, it's Dak Prescott, those guys, those quarterbacks.
Dak Prescott came in with the best O-line, the best young running back, all these guys. He comes in with nothing, and I think in that standpoint, he's done really well with what he's had.
And do you blame the Giants per se? Do you think they could have done more for at the beginning of the season to have a more successful season? Or do you think this was what they were destined to do all along? They knew they were trying to tank, or they weren't going to be competitive.
I think they knew they're trying to tank. One thing I would have liked is to just straight up not give Eli the ball, be like, this is Daniel Jones' team, and just have him QB1 through the beginning. More time to prepare.
Show that confidence in him right off the bat.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. I think they could have handled that a little better. But
I guess you do want him to see some NFL games. Even if he's on the bench, you want him to see what it's like. So
we're getting a feel for it too. And even Eli Manning, I'm sure he's coaching him through every game, which is such a huge help. I won't be surprised. You're going to see Eli Manning start one more time this year. He's retiring after the season. You're going to see him.
Maybe last game.
Yeah, you're gonna see him start out probably the last home game or something.
Yeah.
But
funny thing about Eli, you never know with him. You remember seeing the video when Peyton won a Super Bowl and Eli's just sitting there and he's like all pissed off.
Yeah.
And he's like,
You know what I
because
feel
Peyton
like
tied him with the Super Bowls. That's all he had on him.
all I gotta say
What are
about
you
that.
doing with the arm? You trying to arm wrestle something?
Yeah. All I'm saying is fake news. Fake news on all that. The media is always catching the most unglamorous points of views of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're
it's like
always
us.
looking at the worst case scenario. Exactly. Always looking worst case scenario to take the person down. I think Eli Manning, caught him at the wrong time. Guy's got 2 Super Bowl rings. I don't think he's concerned about what Peyton's doing.
Yeah.
It's his brother. I think he's gonna be happy for Danny too. Danny Dimes.
Talking about the media, don't listen to any of the media stuff about us. I saw some unfavorable articles about Mike, and
None of it's true.
None of it's true. It's hearsay.
It's all he said, she said. You know what I'm saying? It's all a fugazi, a fugazi, it's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy. That's what that was actually another one of my favorite lines. Wolf of Wall Street. You could book that for those of you who were watching before.
Everyone,
basically half of America.
Eddie, how many viewers do we have? 200.
200,000.
200,000. I messed it this year.
Yeah,
I guess that's actually a lot strong.
Yeah, no, those are pretty strong numbers first week, I would say.
What are we calling our fans? Like, we need like a name for our fans. Like, if you've ever seen
yeah,
no,
I know exactly what you're saying. Like believers, you know what I'm saying?
Like Barstool. Pardon my take. They have jelly beans.
What I think honestly though, before we start naming our fans, because we gotta attract the fans.
Well, obviously we have 200,000 right there,
and we already got these people out here
them?
too.
Yeah, we have them.
But I think we need a nice slogan.
Slogan?
Like a nice slogan, like something that we're gonna start spitting before, at the beginning, and at the end of every show.
No, I think
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Some people are gonna remember us by.
We'll work on that.
We could work on that.
I mean, if we did see it on air, it'd be pretty cool if we could think of a slogan. But I think our brains.
Can't believe it's not butter. Did we just come up with something?
Oh, we're both looking at each other laugh.
Cough. You hear that? That doesn't sound healthy, right?
I might have gotten you sick because I'm like a little sick. But
you think?
Maybe.
Nah. I've been long cough. Long time I've had a cough. It's because this weather, climate change, all that good stuff. Just messing around with me. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to hit right now?
Any of the girls in the studio have any questions for us that we can answer?
Yeah, well,
maybe some advice.
We'll allow the last 5 minutes for questions.
Shoot us a text if you want to. Any questions or anything?
Any
girls
questions, concerns, constructive criticism? We're taking it all.
As big burly guys, we kind of know a thing or two.
Yeah, no, being alpha males. Yeah,
being alpha males, being apex predators, top of the food chain. We can really help with questions. So shoot us one right now. There's like 200 girls in the studio, so like whoever he picks is gonna be like super hyped up.
Why did Eddie Mafia not tell me that this thing goes higher?
It goes higher?
Yeah.
How high does it go?
It goes as high as you want it to go. It goes as high as you want it to go, and I've just been sitting here with it covering my beautiful eyes this whole show.
YouTube, can you hear me?
Wake up, Mr. West. What's everyone's take on that album? You didn't listen to it, right?
No.
Jesus is King. Anyone listen to it? Anyone who doesn't like it? Yeah, this is my rant right now.
Where's the question from the studio? I didn't get anything. If you texted me, I don't have any service.
Forget him.
I want. Oh, they have no question?
I don't know. All I'm saying, Jesus.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Anyone hating on Kanye West, saying he's trying to change it up, saying he's going too far out of his realm.
Too far out of the way.
Saying, too far out west. Anyone saying Mr. West is going too far out west.
Saying he's going too far out west.
You're wrong.
I'm hyping you up.
You're wrong.
You're
okay. I think everyone who hasn't listened to this album should definitely give it a listen. Expand your horizons. Learn to try new things. This man has already mastered rapping. He's already mastered producing. He's already mastered clothing. It's gospel next. Praise God. I think I want to end it at that.
Praise God.
Jesus is King. Thanks, guys. Hope to see you again next week, Tuesday, 6 to 7 p.m. Always a pleasure. Love you all. And
bring your learning caps.
Yeah. And bring a USB, too, while you're at it.
Mike and Matt out. Nope, we're walking out.